Hi there, and welcome back to the Lisa Nichols Show, where I share with you the tools that you need, I need, we desire to really create the life of our dreams, to create the memories that we want to have. You know, the first thing I love to do is share your comments. Your comments are everything. My team and I love, did you hear me when I say love, going through your comments, so make sure you comment. Carol, you commented on the episode talking about say yes to self-love. And your comment was, my aha was, I set the pace of how the world treats me. I love, Carol, that breakthrough. I remember back in 2007 when I really deep dived into that experience of I am the example of how the world is supposed to treat me. The way I treat myself, they're gonna follow my lead. The way I love Lisa, the way I honor Lisa, the way I celebrate Lisa, the way I give Lisa rest, the way I set healthy boundaries for Lisa, the world will follow my lead. Aha. So I'm glad that you got your aha as well. And Benny, oh my God, I love your comment. You said, thank you for reminding me to celebrate the little wins. Yes, I always talk about how when you celebrate the micro wins, the macro wins are going to follow. That macro wins, big, huge, ginormous wins, are really just a bunch of micro wins all put together. So celebrate the micro wins because, like 3-year-olds, what gets celebrated gets repeated. So I'm glad that you got benefit in that, Benny. And I'm glad that you commented. Keep the comments coming. They're everything to us. Well, you know, I think the conversation of a man's world is relative. I believe the world belongs to all of us. I believe that there are roles. And there was a season in my life where I needed to prove. I needed to prove I was good enough, prove I was smart enough, prove I was fast enough, prove that I was whatever, just enough. And I don't think it was because I was a woman. I think it was because I was insecure. I think it was because my self-esteem hadn't developed. I can blame it on being a woman. I can blame it on being African American. I can blame it on being born in South Central. I can blame it on being born into not a lot of money. I can blame it on A, B, C, you choose. But the reality is, until I became comfortable with myself, until you become comfortable with who you are and the term and the concept and the understanding, you are enough. You were born enough. You were born woman enough, man enough. You were born tall enough, short enough. You were born light enough, dark enough. You were born brilliant enough. You were born enough. And that you can always add value to who you are. You can always bring more. You can always learn how to contribute more. But can you be with the fact that you are enough today? So my conversations of enough have changed over the years. And one by one, I've worked to manage them. And one by one. At one point, I thought that definitely I wasn't smart enough. I struggled all through school. My highest grade in school was a C. C plus to be exact. Don't forget my plus. I was labeled, borderline special because I was dyslexic. And so there wasn't a box that I fit in regular school. I thought that I was too dark. I wasn't light enough. I didn't think I was pretty enough. I ran track. I didn't think I was fast enough. So there was always a question of, am I enough for something? In my early years in working, I wasn't old enough. And I felt like people negated my contribution because I wasn't old enough, and if at 50, I can have a conversation, I'm not young enough. Like, you can pick up any conversation. You can pick up any form of questioning that you choose. And so as a woman in a male driven world, I understand my contribution. I understand my dance. I don't ever need or desire to be a man. I desire to dance with a man, dance with men in my life, whether it be my father, my brother, my friends, my colleagues. I desire to find the most beautiful dance as a woman. I don't need to try to wear pants. I look well in a dress and heels. And when I landed in that space, that I can lead when I need to lead, and I'm also comfortable following when it's best to follow, because I'm enough. It all comes and stems from the understanding that you are enough. I talk about 4 things that if you can divorce yourself from these 4 things, and I say divorce because we look at divorce as a pure separation. If you can divorce yourself from the need to prove, the need to protect, the need to hide, or the need to defend, that's freedom. And you can sit in, I am enough. So I find myself at the table often, the only woman. I find myself on stage, the only female speaker. I find myself at a book signing, the only woman author. I find myself in a boardroom or on Wall Street, and I'm the only woman in the space. And I believe that I should be there. I don't question. I don't wonder why I'm there. I'm not there to help you fulfill the equal opportunity employment or engagement quota. I'm there because of my contribution. So when people ask me, how did you get on stage with some of the biggest speakers on the planet as an African American woman? I said, I brought great contribution, and that stage wanted what I had to offer. And so I believe that it all comes back to, are you in alignment with the fact that you are enough? There's a large room for improvement in all of us. But can you start from a place of I am enough? And so I don't walk through the lenses of an African American, though I absolutely connect with the fact that I'm an African American woman. I don't walk through the lens of being a woman, though I am very much connected to my feminine energy, and I understand that I'm a goddess, and I celebrate the goddess in me. I don't walk through the lenses of any religion or any geographical origin, but I recognize I am where I am because of my contribution. I am where I am because the gift that I bring to the planet, and the gifts that the planet is asking me to take on and to take from the planet and to receive. That I am where I am because of who I've chosen to show up to be. And my body bag called a woman's body, called an African American body, is just a container for my spirit. And my spirit is big, and my spirit is timeless, and my spirit is colorless, and my spirit has no origin, has no geographical location. It travels everywhere. My spirit is big. My spirit wants to love your spirit. And when I recognize that, and I don't say that to sound hokey pokey, but God, if we can take off the body bag, take off the labels, like I'm too big, I choose to be bigger than my label. And I get, when I walk in a room, you see a woman, and you see an African American woman, and I don't forget that. But I also don't wave it as a banner and make every decision under that banner. I transcend my label, and then I give the world permission, opportunity, and experience that allow them to just see my heart, see my soul, and see my contribution. And then I just happen to be an African American woman. So, is that grown up mindset? Yeah. Does that stretch sometimes? Yeah. Does it mean that I forget all the things that have happened to us as women or happened to us as African Americans or people of color? No. It also means that when I walk in a room, I'm not trying to bring all of that with me. I'm bringing what's possible with me. Like I get and you get, and we know what's happened, and I'm not going to negate it. But are you more committed to what we can make happen than our history? Because I'm riding on my history to create my future. And I invite you to do the same. Remember, this show is not a monologue. It is and will always be a place where we have supreme, delicious dialogue. Your comments are everything. Your comments are so important. I want to hear from you. What was the aha that you had today? What was the breakthrough? What was the BOL? What was that? Yes, I get it. Oh, wow, I've been walking into a room with my labels. Or what was that the moment you broke out of your label? I want to hear when you broke out of your labels. I want to hear you talk about, oh my God, I show up as a man and I'm completely aware of who I am in a room, so much so that I'm robbing myself of the experience in a room. I just want to hear from you. Give me your comments. And if you know someone who's in an environment where they might be the only woman or the only person who looks like them, and they can really use this conversation, please share it with them. And then I want you, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We want you here. You're our family, because this is your home and we are your tribe. And I am your sister in prosperity and in possibility. And when I tell you that I believe in you and I love you consistently, it's because I do. It's because I do. I love the fact that you're here with me. I love the fact that we get to have this time. It means a lot to me. I put a lot of energy in what I share with you. I put a lot of transparency in it. I put a lot of prayer in it. And I hope that you find value in it. I can't wait to see you next time. Take care.